The relationship changes in a way that we become that AI thought partners for SMBs rather than just break fix or tickets or projects. It's like, okay, let's look at the business as a holistic picture and see how we can make a bigger impact on your SMB or your business objectives, and how can we help you accelerate your success there using all the AI tools that we have available.
We find that it tremendously changed the MSP into a very strategic business partner for the future of the client. So if you are the MSP that is doing that, it's a very sticky. Nobody wanna replace you now because you know their business inside out. Partner with your existing technology provider, trust them, get them to help you build an AI acceptance use policy, help them advise you what is the AI platform that mostly fit their business, trust their advice, and use that into a deployment into your team with some level of education provided by your technology provider to adopt the AI under the company umbrella. Do not let it grow outside of your fence and cause you issues that is hard to rectify.
Welcome to AI by Design podcast. Brings MSP leaders into real, unscripted conversations about innovation that actually works. Hosted by Kaila, it's focused on turning AI into measurable business impact.
How do you see AI reshaping the relationship between MSP and the SMBs they serve over the next, let's say, 2 to 3 years?
That's a very fine question and deep question, Sunny, because I would speak from my experience. Being in the MSP industry for 15, 16 years here since I came to the US, and I don't want to get dated, but if you look into the relationships historically before cybersecurity, MSPs were dealing with the office managers and with the operation people to basically fix computers and reset passwords and deploy printers and do the day-to-day. When cybersecurity got involved, ransomware started 2014, it started having the financial risk. The ransoms started affecting business stability. So now MSPs start reporting to the CFOs and the COOs, and for the larger businesses, obviously CIOs and CTOs start bringing MSPs to augment their internal capabilities, afraid of that world. So it elevated us in the chain of partners, not just a vendor like somebody that basically services the coffee machine in the office. And then when AI came, what it did dramatically is that for us to be effective, we're actually now inside the business. I have been invited personally to be inside of an all-day events for clients discussing their own business future, what they're doing, their finances, their client services approach, everything they do in-house, their thought leaders inside. And now the MSP has a seat on the table because we want to see where they're going and provide our perspective how AI is going to play a role. So what it did, in my opinion, AI is now got us inside the businesses, speaking with the department heads, speaking with the people that do the work every day to refine their process. As you know, automation starts with a manual work you do. And we don't want it in your head. We want it on some piece of paper. And so we don't want to go people, process, execution. We want to go process, people, execution. Then we take some pieces of the people, we throw it in an agent and some sequence, and we throw it into automation. And now the same flow, bit by bit, is bleeding away until it's autonomous. So we started working with these departments, we start working with these, and we find that it tremendously changed the MSP into a very strategic business partner for the future of the client. So if you are the MSP that is doing that, it's a very sticky. Nobody wanna replace you now because you know their business inside out. And if you're not the guy that's gonna come to do this AI stuff and happen to do IT, they have a much higher stake to push you out of your businesses. So as an MSP, speak that to your clients or someone like me will, if that makes sense. Yeah. So that's why I said at the beginning of our podcast, AI is a survival game, because if we become the commodity as in just an IT and cybersecurity firm, the person that has intelligence in their package, they're just going to push us out because they have a higher credibility inside of the businesses.
What I'm hearing is that it's that responsibility, right? As a technology solution provider, it's a responsibility to help our SMB customers And for SMBs, now rethinking, reimagining in terms of what good looks like for a good MSP. And from my perspective, a good MSP should be a few steps ahead of a typical MSP in terms of their AI journey. And that's where they can be trusted AI advisors to that SMB to help them think through the AI adoption, like enablement internally from trainings to assessments where they are and where they want to go. So and the relationship changes in a way that we become that AI thought partners for SMBs rather than just break fix or tickets or projects. It's like, okay, let's look at the business as a holistic picture and see how we can make a bigger impact on your SMB or your business objectives, and how can we help you accelerate your success there using all the AI tools that we have available, and of course adopting with the proper trainings on governance and making sure that it's done with the lens of the most important numbers for their business, understanding that, and then showing up as a thought partner, showing up as an educator where we can help them deal with their uncertainty about AI. Now, one last question I have for you is, if there is that one piece of advice that you have for SMB, what is that one piece of advice for them to take action?
I would say partner with your existing technology provider, trust them, get them to help you build an AI acceptance use policy, help them advise you what is the AI platform that mostly fit their business, trust their advice, and use that into a deployment into your team with some level of education provided by your technology provider to adopt the AI under the company umbrella. Do not let it grow outside of your fence and cause you issues that is hard to rectify. And shadow AI is in your way. I would say CFOs, the people that run accounting, just take a look at people putting on their credit cards. You're going to see a lot of things that are going to be familiar. These subscriptions that people are buying, and they're just individual. They're just, and as you know, Sunny, very well, even paid accounts are by default teaching the agents in many cases. So do not get fooled that, hey, but we're paying for it. No, it's even if it is not set up by your proper experts, it could actually mean the same thing as the free version with a little bit more credit. But that's pretty much it. So that will be my final advice there. And I would say my advice to MSPs is engage, participate, reach out. You know, the programs that you're doing with AI, I think it's transformational. You know, a lot of partners and all technology providers are trying to educate MSPs around operations and about finances and about sales. But all of that wouldn't matter if their business line is going to die in a couple of years if they don't adopt AI, because AI is also going to it's pushing costs down. Ocean Solutions has not raised the price recently because we're absorbing the inflation by automation and efficiency as much as possible. So if you think about it, MSPs that are adopting are going to have a competitive a pricing thing over you. So you have to look from that perspective and just take it in the direction of, to survive, you have to really engage in AI.
Yeah, no, that's well said. Just a follow-up question there, because we are in the industry and we both know you go to a lot of conferences and meet a lot of MSPs. I talk to many MSPs every day. Not everyone have developed those capabilities, right? So my question to you as a follow-up question is, if there is an SMB leader who's listening to this and they want to take action, they want to kind of take their first step, and they probably have MSP or they don't have MSP, but what is that one question that they can ask their MSP to make sure that they are taking advice from the right advisor? What is that one question that they can start to make sure that they are basically guided by someone who have developed?
I would reverse engineer this. You know, usually when you use any education system, you're going to use any knowledgeable professor to take you through the curriculum, and then eventually they're going to test you and assess you and give you your certificate. So what I would say is you could ask and engage with your existing MSP. Can you do an AI maturity assessment for us? Can you tell us where we are in our journey? And can you help us look into where do we go? And if that MSP has developed such kind of capabilities, that would reflect maturity and reflect the ability for these MSPs to hold their hands and give them some advice. And if not, there's nothing wrong with basically engaging with an MSP that is. In fact, ignoring it and waiting for your MSP to catch up is going to lose you in your line of business a competitive advantage, because then you now have a higher cost than your competitor because you did not engage in AI early enough. And even when you engage, by the time you get to stage A, that your competitor is at a stage C at that time. So you have a competitive advantage that you're going to lose. We have free assessments that we do for businesses on AI maturity, and we have more deeper assessments that basically comes with an additional cost. So I would say engage and try to do an assessment. Just figure out where you are by just putting that on paper. Then you can figure out where to go from here. Being in a place where you don't know where you are is really hard to find a direction to go. So get a compass locked into your position as a first step as an SMB via your current provider or through seeking help from somebody else.
Yeah, that's great advice, because if they will start with that piece, then one, you can kind of pressure test the capability there, that okay, there's right fit in terms of the help that you need and the capability that you need, and if they have the capability to do that. And if they can do that gap analysis first in terms of assessment by taking that first step, and if MSP have that capability, they will be able to do a great job with the assessment, and then it can lead to the right kind of roadmap, right plan. Where can AI start helping the team? Where AI can help the process? Where AI can help make data from dirty data to more structured data? Because no matter what AI you will use, it will require structured data, clean data. And there are just so many advantages of what you just gave us as an advice, that start with the assessment, because then you also know where AI can help you, where it can make that biggest impact while you are assessing the capabilities of your technology solution provider. So great advice there. So great to have you here on my show. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your thinking. We appreciate you, my friend. And where can people go find you?
So we're at Ocean Solutions is out of Ashburn, Virginia. I do speak and participate in a lot of MSP and industry events. We do announce everything we do on our LinkedIn page. So if you search Ocean Solutions LinkedIn page, you're going to see, and our team puts a lot of valuable articles in there, put a lot of snippets related to AI and other cybersecurity aspects. OceanSLS.com has a nice blog where our engineers put their thoughts through stuff that we share with the world. So I would advise also checking out our blog. Thank you again for hosting me. Thank you for having me, Sunny. And thank you for your partnership. IT by Design is a valued partner to Ocean Solutions and had helped us leap in many ways, in many directions throughout this partnership. So we're appreciative of this relationship.
Yeah, thank you. And we will share your website to how to reach out to you with our podcast publishing, searching LinkedIn. I know you're very active on LinkedIn as well, so people can find you on LinkedIn. So thank you, Ahmed, once again, and take care, my friend.
Thank you for watching the AI by Design podcast. Stay tuned for more conversations at the intersection of AI, leadership, and innovation. Follow us on our channels, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.